Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my November TBR. It's so crazy to me how November is here already. Like, this year has just absolutely flown by, but I'm super excited to start picking my books for my November TBR. So last month I was really ambitious and chose 10 prompts out of the TBR jar, and out of those 10 books I only read 4 of them, so there will be 6 prompts going back in the jar this month to get a second chance at being picked in November. So the prompts going back in are: author's name starts with A, friends to lovers, under 300 pages, a title with 4 or more words, a book with flowers on the cover, and a book you didn't know anything about plot-wise. So those will be going back in the jar for a second chance at getting picked in November. So I didn't exactly have the best reading month in October. I only read 6 books in the month of October just because I was really busy. I was out of town 2 weekends out of the 4 in the month, and so I was just really busy with like school and obviously being out of town and things like that, so I didn't read a whole lot. So this month I am going to pick 8 prompts like normal and see if I can hopefully read those 8 books. I feel like that is kind of the sweet spot for me anyway when it comes to like an actual TBR. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick our first prompt. So the first prompt is the lowest rated book on my Goodreads TBR. So let me look on my Goodreads and see what my lowest rated book is. I feel like I have kind of an idea of what it is, but we'll just see if I'm right or not. So we're gonna sort by average rating. I don't have a screen recording. I didn't screen record, so I'll just show you guys at the end what it is. Okay, so it looks like the lowest rated book on my TBR is Death Do Us Part by Miranda Grant with a 2.97 rating. So this looks like a cozy mystery maybe, or like a fantasy romance of some sort. So that is the first book that I guess I'll be reading in November. Okay, so now to pick number 2. Pick number 2 is a mood read. So I will not be picking this book now. I will be saving this until it is time for me to pick a book for this prompt. On to pick number 3. Okay, so apparently this is the month of mood reads because I got another mood read. I did put a few mood reads in here, not thinking that I would actually pick all of them in one go, but apparently I've picked 2 mood reads. I know there was at least 3, maybe 4 mood reads in the jar, and so there are 2 of them right there. But so now we're going to be moving on to pick number 4, and guess what, we got mood read again. So we got literally 3 out of 4 mood reads. Apparently this is a mood reading month. On to pick number 5. Hopefully this one is an actual prompt. Okay, so for this one I got a book of the month book. For book of the month book I'm going to be reading Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, and this was on my TBR for October and I actually never got to it, but I have been really wanting to read this book and I've heard really great things about it, so hopefully I can get to this in the month of November. Okay, so pick number 6. So maybe I actually will do 10 since I'm getting so many mood reads. Okay, so for pick number 6 we got Green on the Cover. So for Green on the Cover I'm going with The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. This again was on my TBR last month and just never got to it, but this is the original indie published cover with the green field on the back. So this will be the one that I'm going to be reading for this prompt. So for pick number 7. Okay, so for pick number 7, I got Instagram pics. So this means that I will scroll on Instagram and the first book that appears is the book that I'm going to be reading. So I will actually do a screen recording for this one, even though I didn't for the Goodreads one. Okay, so this is the Madison Kate series, which I've actually already read. I read that earlier this year. Okay, so it looks like the first one is On Cloud 9 by Kels and Denise Stone. This is a new release. So this will be the book that I'm going to be reading for this prompt. Okay, pick number 8. Yeah, so I will be doing 10 since I got like 3 mood reads. So for pick number 8, we've got a 5-star prediction. So for a 5-star prediction, I'm going with The Plus One by Maisie Eddings, and this is one of her newer releases. I read A Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings and really enjoyed it. So I am hoping that this is going to be a 5-star. I want to say I gave A Brush with Love 5 stars. I don't remember because it's been so long since I read it, but I'm hoping that this is going to be a 5-star book for me. Okay, so pick number 9. It's funny that I was like, yeah, 8 is like the perfect number for me, and then get like 3 mood reads. So pick number 9 is a book with red on the cover, and for a book with red on the cover, I'm going with Shutter by Ramona Emerson. This is a mystery thriller about a woman who's a crime scene photographer but is also a medium, and ghosts will often help her solve their murders until one day a ghost wants revenge. So I'm really excited to read this. I put this on my fall TBR and I was hoping to get to it in October and just never got around to it. So hopefully I will be reading this in November. And for our 10th and final pick, got Enemies to Lovers. Okay, so for Enemies to Lovers, I'm going with Twisted Hate by Anna Huang, and this is the 3rd book in the Twisted series. And I don't know why it took me so long to remember that this book was Enemies to Lovers when there's literally hate in the name. So this is the book that I'm going to be picking for this prompt, and this is the final book on this TBR. So overall, I would say, even though I got quite a few mood reads, I feel like this was a pretty successful TBR. I am a pretty big mood reader and I have been mood reading a lot lately, so I am happy that I did get some mood reading prompts. But overall, I'm happy with my TBR. I feel like my lowest rated on Goodreads is a little bit questionable, but I'm still excited to read that. So just as a recap, I got the lowest rated book on my Goodreads TBR, which is Death Do Us Part by Miranda Grant. I got Instagram Pics, which is On Cloud 9 by Kels and Denise Stone. I got Enemies to Lovers, which is Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. Red on the cover, which is Shutter by Ramona Emerson. 5-star prediction, which is The Plus One by Maisie Eddings. Green on the cover, which is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. And a book of the month book, which is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. And then I also got 3 mood read prompts, so those will be chosen throughout the month, just whatever I'm in the mood to read. So here is a look at my book stack for the month of books that I actually own. So I'm super excited to hopefully get to all these and read these in the month of November. And yeah, so that's gonna be all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know down in the comments if you're planning on reading any of these books, or if you have read any of them and what your thoughts were on them. I would love to chat about them in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will have all of my social medias linked in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.